If you missed the tax deadline, Javis Tax Service can help. There are certain circumstances that allow for a tax extension without additional fees. We can let you know if you qualify for this service. If you still need to file, we can get the paperwork in quickly and ensure that all fees or penalties are met. It's better to file late taxes than not file at all to avoid garnishments. Use Javis Tax Service to help get your taxes filed quickly and correctly. For more information to set up a free consultation, call Javis Tax Service at 803-851-7112. That's 851-7112.
Hi, J. Will. Okay. Hi. Hey. This is going to be some good info tonight, so I want y'all to share this Facebook Live, people. Got Brittney in the house. She my real cousin, y'all. For real.
In real life.
We ain't play.
Stop. To come to an end, cease to happen. Denoting one or more people or things already mentioned or assumed. Silence. Complete absence of sound. Stop. Stop the silence. Stop the silence.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, whatever time you're listening to this. Welcome to Stop the Silence, where we give a voice to your written words. I am Ebony Dixon, the baby jumper, your host for this evening. And unfortunately, Tamika Sims, the ink pen diva, is not here tonight. We'll miss you and your wonderful writing tips, but we do have a very, very special guest this evening. Now, she my real cousin, y'all. My not the play. This is the real cousin, blood cousin. We have Miss Brittney Reese in the building.
Hey, y'all. Hello.
Thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having me. I am so excited to be here.
Well, we're so happy to have you here. I just want you to just tell the people a little bit about yourself, people who might not know anything about Miss Brittney Reese.
Well, I am first a child of God, amen.
Amen.
And I am also a wife, a mother. I'm a stepmother, I'm an author, and I'm a serial entrepreneur.
She said cereal, y'all.
Cereal.
That means multiplicity. Okay?
One thing I'm not afraid to fail, start over, learn from it, and grow. So, Steve Jobs, Apple wasn't his first venture.
Right.
But it was the successful one, so.
I know I saw this picture one time. It was all of these garages, and all of them had Google, Walt Disney. I mean, just different people. They all started somewhere, and we see them now in all their glory, but we didn't see the journey it took to get there. Right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. So I'm so happy to have you on here. I've been trying to get you on here for the longest. And because I just think what you do is just pretty cool, man. It's just really cool. And I just want people out there to know about what it is you do. So first of all, you have a nonprofit organization which is called
It's called More Than a Kid Incorporated.
Okay.
More Than a Kid, we actually create and we direct literacy programs for children. So school-age children, we're trying to help them become better communicators, readers, writers, thinkers. Because ultimately, literacy is the basis for your success, your life. You can't go to Burger King and not read. You can't go, to Walmart and not read. You have to be able to read, write, understand, communicate. That's the only way to get ahead.
That's good. Better communicators, better thinkers. That's awesome.
Thank you.
It is. I mean, because when you think about kids now, you see these memes where kids are sitting under a tree outside on their bikes, but everybody's on a phone.
Exactly.
So we're kind of losing the art of conversation.
Exactly.
Which is sad.
Exactly. And what we do, we actually take children through because it's something called a literacy gap. Basically, that's where children are lost when it comes to reading and writing, and they usually get lost around the third grade. Third, fourth grade, they usually get lost.
What is it about the third or fourth grade?
That's when they start to really learn what it is to read fully, to comprehend what they're reading. They actually start to write more. They're taking tests where they have to express themselves. They have to read a passage and write an essay about what that passage was about. And unfortunately, a lot of children do not understand. They're getting lost in translation as far as, what did I read? What was it about? I don't remember. Or they're getting caught up in the trivial details, like they could be about the first day of school and they're talking about the girl's book bag instead of what happened during the first day of school. Right. So those are things that really start to take place in the 3rd or 4th grade with children, and we're trying to combat that on all ends.
So what would you say to parents who have children in the 3rd or 4th grade? Like, what should those parents be doing at home with their kids?
They really should be reading every day. That's step number 1. And
they should be reading to their kids?
No, they should be reading to their kids. If your child is to a place where they're not able to read, or they're at the age where they're not able to read to your kids. If your children are at the place where they are reading, the grades, they usually start to read honestly in kindergarten. Kindergarten is where they start to learn their sounds. You know, they start to learn phonetics, and then 1st grade.
What is phonetics?
Phonetics, like what letters sound like A.
Oh, I didn't know nothing about that. See, I learned something today. You always learning something.
Exactly. Right. So that's where they really start to put those sounds together to form words.
Wow.
You know, they start doing sight words. Sight words are words that they should be able to see and be able to tell you what they are on sight, basically.
Like what? Give me an example.
Like and is a sight word. It doesn't. It's not phonetically. You can't phonetically break it down per se. But when they look at it, they should be able to know it. If they see the word the, like if you sound out the, t, h, e, it's not phonetic.
Right.
But when they see it, they should know it.
Wow.
And so those are kindergarten, 1st grade, 2nd grade. Those are where they start to learn those fundamentals.
Okay.
And then 3rd grade is where they start to, take it to another level. So parents, if you're out there, whomever, parents, read to your children if they're not at the age that they are able to read themselves.
Yay! This is good.
Thank you.
It's phonetics PH.
Yes.
Okay. I ain't know, y'all. I ain't know.
Yes.
We want to thank everybody for chiming in. Sierra Blessed in the house is always in the building. Aunt Barbara is always in the building. And Terry, thank you so much for joining. Y'all be sure to share this Facebook Live. This is some good information. I think it's great for adults, of course, for me. I mean, I'm always a kid at heart anyways. But I think this is just good information for adults and for the children. I mean, because I don't have any kids of my own, but I do, I'm around kids, a lot. And so just to know, okay, what grade you're in. Maybe, if they come spend the night at my house or spend the weekend, I'll be like, okay, maybe I need to be reading to them instead of us go renting a movie from the Red Box,
That's really good.
Yeah.
And then also, if your child can read, let them read to you.
Right.
And then as they're reading, ask them questions.
Right.
That's important because that's where the reading comprehension piece comes into play. Ask them questions. Ask them what they read. Who's in the story? Right. Who's the book talking about? What was the author's purpose? That's another big one. Were they trying to entertain you, inform you? Were they trying to persuade you to do something? These are things that's going to help them along the way, especially when it comes to taking tests. And tests are big these days.
Yeah. Wow. This is good stuff.
Go.
Okay. That was My Kingdom Rocks by Patrice Williams, formerly known as Slick Nikki. That's my girl. That's my girl right there.
Mine too. Shout out to
Patrice. But wow. So you were saying that if the kids are in 3rd grade, allow them to read to the parents, and if not, let the parents read to them.
Exactly. And either way, whether your child can read or not, you need to ask them questions when you're reading to them. Right. My child is 5. He's learning, he just learned the phonetics. So he's learning to put words together. He knows small words. He knows his sight words for his age. But while I'm reading to him, I'm asking him, who was the author talking about? What is the story about? What are they doing? When did they do it? Where did they do it? Who was with them? What did that mean to you? How did that make you feel?
Good.
Those are things you have to start getting your child thinking about, because once you train the mind to think that way, once you train the mind to recognize elements of what they're reading, they're going to be able to put it together in writing,
life,
exactly,
in life,
understanding
period.
life, everything. It's very important. It creates a thinker.
Wow.
It creates a thinker.
So at what age should you start reading to your kids?
Womb.
In the womb?
Womb.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All
Absolutely. Right. You have to create a habit as parents, because as parents, we're responsible for our children. So we have to create our own habit of reading to our children early.
Look, we need to create our own habit of reading.
Amen.
Right.
Say that.
Right.
And for my birthday just passed, and I told everybody, all I want to do is sit on the couch and read my book.
Wow.
I have a book that I'm reading by Russell Brunson.
Okay.
And all I wanted to do was read that book. And they were like, you want to read? Yes, I want to sit and I want to read for my birthday. I'm so busy. We're so busy. We have this going on, that. I want to read in quiet peace for my birthday.
And turn some pages and not click on everything. Turn some pages.
Highlight
not like a page.
Words.
Come on, write in the parentheses. You know what I'm saying?
Write some side notes.
Right.
That's what I wanted to do for my birthday.
Yeah, there ain't nothing like going back to a book you've read and be like, I remember what I was thinking. Oh, yeah, I remember that touched me, or that was a good sentence right there.
Exactly. Or how can I take action on this?
Right.
That's my favorite. How can I take action on this?
Right.
Exactly.
That's good stuff.
Yes, ma'am.
I love it. So, okay, I ain't gonna front. You know, when I seen these little children getting these books published, and I'm like, I'm 40 years old. I ain't got, my book ain't done yet. Like, how is all these kids?
You 40?
Yeah, I'm 40.
Oh, Lord.
Love you. Anyway, I was just like, why is all these children? Because it was like, I think it was like a big post on Facebook one day, and I was like, oh my gosh! And a lot of the people I knew, I'm like, I didn't know anything about this. But then when they told me that you were the person behind all this, I'm like, what? I need to see, me and my cousin need to hang out more. This is ridiculous. But anyways, tell us more about More Than a Kid Incorporated.
Okay, so what we do, again, we design and we implement literacy programs for children. So one of our most popular literacy programs is called I Am an Author Too. This program is where we actually take children from children to authors. We take them through a 6 to 8 week writing intensive program. Okay. They learn a lot of things, from how to formulate paragraphs, how to create storylines, character build out. They actually go through sentence structure, all the things that they need to actually form a book. Right. They go through what are the elements of a book, what are the elements of a story, the author's purpose. They get to choose their purpose, and then we write on a topic using those things.
I feel like I need to be in that class. I'm so serious. I think it would be so cool and so fun, because I'm sure that you even learn from the kids being in there. You know?
Absolutely. Kids are so funny.
They are.
They are so funny. But also what I learned is that the literacy gap is real. Wow. That's one thing that I really learned. Like, I'm not going to say all of my students are, below level. They're not. I mean, these students are amazing.
And what is the age range?
I actually go school age, so it could be anywhere between 5 to senior 18.
Oh, okay.
But recently, I actually had children. I was working with up and coming third graders to sixth graders. Okay. And honestly, it was one student in particular. I'm not going to say any names or anything like that, but I could tell that his teachers were just passing him along. There's no way possible that you can be in the third grade and not know some of these skills. So that's really where More Than a Kid comes into play. We work with them on a one-on-one level, something that teachers sometimes are not able to do. They have so many responsibilities. Not just the kids, responsibilities. I mean, now they have to be parents, they have to be disciplinarians. There are some schools, they're not even able to send the child to the principal's office if they do something that's not principal office worthy.
What are they supposed to be doing?
That's my point. Right. So you have all these children who have all these needs, and if a child maybe needs a little bit more attention or a little bit more one-on-one help, you can't provide that. Unfortunately, it's not that they don't want to, they just can't. Wow. So that's where we fall. That's where we fill the gap. That's where we help out. That's where we start our programs. And I Am an Author Too is one of those programs. So the little boy that I was telling you about, he finished his book. He completed it. He was ready to learn. But I spent a lot of one-on-one time with him this summer to make sure that he was up to par. So then hopefully he translate those skills to school. Right. And he doesn't feel like he's behind, because if a child feels like they're behind, what are they going to do? They're going to overcompensate for it, and they're going to act out, or they're going to be the class clown, or whatever the case may be, because they don't want to be picked on for what they don't know.
Wow, that is good stuff. So is this program is just for summer, or is it after school program as well?
It's actually not. It's a year-round program. It's a program that anybody can actually bring to their kids. So we're an on-site program, an on-location program. We come to you. So if you have a group of kids, at least five or more, then you can, contact us and we'll bring this program to your kids. So by the end of the program, not only have they learned all these great transferable skills, but they've also published their own books. And here are some from the kids
this is
last
so
year.
cool.
Yeah, so that's a collection edition.
Look at that. Oh, I see some of these cheering up in here that I know. Look at that.
And here are some of the books that I actually have with me.
Oh my goodness. I love it. This is so cool,
ranges.
Man.
It shows you the different age ranges.
This is so cool, y'all. I just think this is so amazing. I bet y'all didn't know that something like this was out there. My goodness.
And then we also allow them, they can either choose to be characters in their own books, like you see that these children have.
All right.
They can create, their characters or whatever the case may be, but we just want to ultimately give them a sense of achievement, because once you feel how it feels to achieve, once you see how that feels, you see how important you feel, you see how great you feel, how smart you are. People are celebrating you, because that ultimately that's what we're doing. We're creating or fostering achievement, and then we're celebrating it. That's the key to the program. We're fostering achievement. We're making them achieve. We're putting them in a position to achieve, and then we're going to celebrate it. Because once they realize that they can achieve and they know how that feels to achieve, they're going to want to continue to achieve.
That is, this is amazing to me. This is really blessing me, like, on so many levels. Like, this is such a wonderful program.
Thank you. It's my passion.
Yeah.
Once I started walking in what I was supposed to do, I was walking in my calling.
Say that.
This is what came forth. I mean, like I said, I'm a serial entrepreneur. I start businesses all the time. I walked away from...
we really need to talk.
I walked away from a successful business, but it was draining me because it wasn't my passion.
Wow.
I was good at it. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But it just was not what I was called to do. It was not.
Wow. So how did that young man feel after he saw that he published that book?
Amazing. To see the look on these children's faces is priceless. Like, they understand. I did this.
Right.
Many kids are not writing books and publishing them.
Right.
Like, these can be purchased at Books A Million,
wow,
Barnes & Noble, Amazon. You go online and search any of our children's names and you're going to pull up their book.
That is so, I just feel so good. That is so awesome, because they're learning to be an entrepreneur.
Exactly.
At a young age. Exactly. And to, have an idea, and then you can do it all the way through until the end and get a finished product.
Exactly.
Like, they're getting to experience that some adults don't even experience.
And that's what it's all about, because like I said, literacy is the basis for success in life.
Wow.
This is the basis for success in life. If you can master literacy, the different elements of it, you're going to go far. You're going to be able to do what you need to do.
So is it over after the program? Like, I mean, is that the end, or is there like another like level, or is it just like what? How does that work?
So we offer different programs. This is just one of our programs. Parents can actually sign their children up to be in our one-on-one coaching sessions.
Okay.
They can actually sign them up to be in group coaching sessions. And then we also have more programs that we're actually going to be launching soon, where we want them to not just be, for example, authors. We want them to be radio hosts.
Hey, come on,
look, partnership. Anybody see a partnership?
Yes.
Partnerships. So radio hosts, absolutely. I want them to be able to produce their own YouTube channels.
Okay.
Because guess what? That still requires scripts.
It does.
It requires thinking. It requires writing. And it requires communication.
That too, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So all of those things are what we teach, are what we push. Because you need those things. So yes, so it's more programs coming. We do have paid programs as well as free programs. This happens to be one of our paid programs, but we do have a location on our website where people can go and sponsor children for our programs. Because we definitely take donations. We're a nonprofit organization. We want to be able to give more to children who cannot afford.
Wow, that's good stuff. So we usually have the Ink Pen Diva give us some writing tips. Do you have any writing tips for parents, adults, or the children?
I have writing tips for the children that I would like parents to actually implement. So parents, give your child a pen or pencil, give your child a piece of paper, and let them go at it.
Go ham.
Go ham. Write whatever they want to write. Don't criticize.
Right.
Just encourage. I think writing is one of the biggest things, even if it's just
so
a diary. It is. Even if it's just a diary, encourage your children to write. And I say this because you never know what's going to come from it. You never know what stories they're going to tell. You never know what thoughts they have, what feelings they have. Writing really is a way to free the mind, to free the soul.
Absolutely.
And I think writing is a big, big thing that people need to allow their children to do more of.
Right.
With the texting generation, with the email, the instant messenger, Facebook, social media, there are a lot of people who write, but they're not writing.
Right, right. Just it's putting something out there.
Exactly. Or they're doing it for a show.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I always say that social media is just a place for people to hype themselves up. You know what I mean? And being I used to do marketing. I used to create the hype for people. Right, you know what I mean? So I know that it can be a facade. Right. So give them a chance to be real with you. Give them a chance to explore their imagination, explore their creativity, express themselves, how they feel, and just give them a piece of paper and let them write.
That's good stuff.
Let them write.
I mean, we don't do enough of that. I think we have allowed the generation of computer, social media, and TV babysit our children. And when's the last time you took a walk with your child?
Right.
When's the last time you read a book to your child? Right. When's the last time you went skating with them and actually put on some skates and fell and hit your bottom? I mean, kids are missing that. I had my nieces this past week, and one of my oldest niece, she got sick, and so we had to stay in the house like all day Saturday, which was cool with me because I got to rest, and we all got to rest. We were just in our pajamas, and I was like, I'm sorry, we couldn't do more. She's like, I'm cool with it. She's like, I just enjoyed being able to be with you and communicate with you, because we talk a lot. I mean, we stayed up to 2 and 3 in the morning talking, and she's like, I just really like to be able to connect with you. And I'm like, man, we always think we have to buy kids this and take them here and do this, but all they want to do is just look in your eyes
and talk.
They want to talk to you. They want to hear about your childhood.
Exactly.
They want to tell you about their day at school. Like, they really want to have those intimate moments with you. And I don't think we allow them to have that far enough.
That is exactly right. And I totally agree with you. Again, that's communication.
Right.
It's something that we take for granted, but it's something that's so important. It's so important. Sometimes if you just sit down, I've had places where I've been in schools and children have been acting out, and everybody's trying to figure out how to deal with this child, and I might step to the side, you know what I mean, and just talk to them, and all of a sudden their entire attitude changes because this child is not being heard.
Right. They're like, somebody's paying me some attention. Well, let me tell her about everything.
Tell her about everything. I'm about to spill all the goods.
Right.
Okay? So, I mean, and that's exactly right. We have to take it back old school before. And, I'm not even that old school.
Right.
But let's take it let's take it back to where there weren't cell phones.
When I fill out applications, I never know which race.
This is so good. Thank you, everybody, for joining. Yes, Mom, that's Brittney. That's the cousin. Thank you all for joining. I hope y'all are sharing this. This is a really good show right here. I mean, I don't know if y'all see all of these books that were written by children, okay? Written and published by our children. They had a story to tell. They wrote it. And More Than a Kid Incorporated helped them get that through one of their programs, which is I Am an Author Too, TOO. And I mean, like, this is so amazing to allow your child to go through this program and they can see the fruit of their labor. And then you can Google them, and see them at Amazon bookstore or Books A Million. Like, this is so cool. I mean, if you don't have any kids and you want to donate to this, I mean, I think this is awesome. I'm excited. I don't know about anybody else, but this is really exciting to me. And I'm still trying to get into one of these programs. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to be able to. Maybe I can volunteer or something and sit in the classroom and glean. I mean, because you just never stop learning.
That's right.
This is good stuff.
Never stop learning. I'm not telling you to stop.
Thank you everybody for joining tonight. This is Brittney Reese, and she has a nonprofit organization called More Than a Kid Incorporated, which has several programs underneath it and more to come, she says. So I want y'all to chime in and get with the program, get with the programs, you know. And her tip was great. Like parents should encourage their kids to write and let them write whatever they want to write, whatever they're feeling. Don't criticize them, but encourage them. And I think that that would make such a big difference in their lives. I just do. I just think this is so cool. I really do. Like, I'm not just saying that because she's my cousin. Like, seriously. I had no idea. Yeah, we're back. So yeah, we've just been having a great old conversation about this nonprofit organization called More Than a Kid Incorporated. Can you tell us where can people get in touch with you?
So we are on Instagram, we are on Facebook, and we are on Twitter at More Than a Kid Inc. INC. You can also reach us. Website is www.morethanakidinc.org. And you can also reach us via email at hi@morethanakidinc.org. That's it.
Oh, yeah. I'm so sorry. I forgot to announce that last poem, which was The Poetry of DNA by Prince E.A. I believe it's E.A. I'm not sure if it's pronounced some other kind of way, but we're going to go with E.A. But yeah, like, y'all need to get in touch with her and get your kids involved in some of these programs. I don't think that you would be sorry for it. Like, this is something that's going to help your child communicate better, help their mind, help them to think more, be more creative, to express how they feel, to remember things. Like, I think that's really good and encouraging, especially in this time of age where, you know, social media is basically taking over. So
exactly.
So what do you have coming up next? Are you doing anything in particular?
So right now we're running a campaign where we are donating 100 hours of free literacy coaching to 5 different students this school year. We want to be able to help children who are not able to pay for literacy coaching, but who need it. Okay. So we are asking that 100 people donate $20, just $20. I mean, we spend more than that.
Just $20
on foolishness every day.
Come on.
I mean, I know I do.
Yes, me too.
So, just $20 or whatever you can. Donate whatever you can to the cause. We're trying to donate 100 free hours of literacy coaching to 5 students. We want to be able to bless them with the ability or the chance to succeed. We want to be able to give them the feeling of achievement. We want to give them, just let them believe in themselves, some self-confidence.
Right. How are you choosing the children?
What I have going on, well, right now we're trying to raise the money first. And then once we raise the money and once school starts on the 22nd of August, we will actually open up on our website where you can go on and you can nominate a child.
Cool.
So parents, teachers, friends, family, whomever can go on and nominate a child to be a part of the program. So we'll be able to pick from there. It'll just be a random drawing.
Oh, it won't be no essays or
anything. No essays. Not
why my child should get the
please don't
scholarship.
Essay, please, Lord. You know, after reading books and writing, editing, and all that stuff, please don't send an essay. But yes, we're going to have where they can nominate a child on our website starting on the 22nd of this month.
Okay, cool. And what is the website?
It's www.morethanakidinc.org.
Okay, wow. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I'm so excited about this. This is just so cool to me. I just think that, just like you said, with the literacy rate declining, this is something that will definitely help your child get a head start on you know, their schooling and things of that nature. Like she said, it's from school age children from, you know, kindergarten all the way up to a senior in high school. So I think this is really cool. If somebody wanted to volunteer, would they be able to do that?
Absolutely. If you go to our website, www.morethanakidinc.org, and scroll to the bottom, there is a form or an option where you can enter your name and email address so that we can contact you about volunteering. We would love volunteers. Anyone who's willing and you're trainable, because we do have programs that we would like to train you in. Right. So yes, definitely please contact us. We're looking for volunteers all the time. Also, we may be having some paid positions come open soon for educators. So if you're an educator who's looking for something part-time, looking to donate your time and help out in that way. Now, I don't think it's a big check. Now, we're a nonprofit, but definitely contact us as well.
Wow, that is so cool. Did any of the kids have like a book signing or anything?
We did have a book signing. For the first class of I Am an Author 2, we had a book signing last year.
Oh, okay.
It was 19 students in that class. Wow. And then this year we had 8.
Oh my gosh. I really need for you to let me know when y'all do it again. Okay. I would love to come there and go live or something. Like, that would be awesome.
Absolutely. And the kids, they got their books. They got to get their books signed. Parents were there. It's just a great time. Again, celebrating, fostering achievement, and then celebrating it.
That is good stuff. Listen, give them that website one more time. Y'all need to get in this.
www.morethanakidinc.org.
So how many other programs are you trying to develop? You have that one, I Am an Author 2.
Right.
And what else?
We also do story time, which is for the younger group. It's read alouds, where we go to different schools and organizations and we read to the children. Okay. Because like I told you before, reading to your child is very important as well. Right. So that's one of our programs where we go and not only do we read, but we ask them follow-up questions. We ask them about what we read, who we read about, what was the author's purpose, what did they do. Part. So we do that as well. And then we also have our literacy coaching, where we do the one-on-one and the small group literacy coaching. And that's just on a, first come, first serve type of basis. We schedule you out with a literacy coach, and those are currently our programs.
That is great information. Brittney, thank you so much for joining us. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I'm buzzing, who can I tell about this? But don't forget to check her out. More Than a Kid Incorporated. Check her out. Get your kids enrolled, sponsor, volunteer, do what you can to change someone else's life. And remember to stop the silence.
Oh, yeah.
Yay! Thank you everyone for joining us. This was an awesome show. Y'all really need to download the podcast. You need to share this video, look at it on YouTube. This is some very valuable information that we need for our children. So please, please, please do what you got to do to make that happen. And thank you all for tuning in. Good night. Just done